Welcome back, guys. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm just going to be having a bit of a chat because I think one of the most undervalued things within just advice in general is just your energy levels and how we can actually optimize them. Like if we take the example of someone who's, very high status and very wealthy, doing very well for themselves, but they have low energy, everything else is kind of pointless, because if you don't have the energy, nothing feels good. You're not really, getting into anything, but you're doing well on paper. But what does it count for, right? So if you take the priority of energy, like if you're feeling good all the time, you really start to build momentum. Okay, if you take like a training session, for example, you're going into it, you're like, okay, I'm feeling awesome today. Maybe you're running faster, maybe you're lifting more weight. You're like, oh, okay, this is great. You finish the session, you're like, that was pretty good. Maybe you see some more results if you can string together some of those sessions, and you start feeling good from it. You feel a bit of energy, not just through that session, but you feel some energy, some positivity after you're seeing that progression, right? And then that just loops back to the start. And you're like, okay, I'm high energy. You take it into the next session, and you can see how this can build momentum, right? So if you take it into a non-training context, right? Let's say one day you're feeling great. Okay, you do a lot of whatever you're working on. Maybe you're studying for something. You just get a lot in there, and then you feel pretty good. Because when you're feeling good and you do things that are productive, it feels better. Like if you take the opposite, right? If you try to like study or go to your job when you're a little bit under the weather, like your energy levels are just tanked, and effort does not feel good at all, right? Like you don't want to be there. And what I mean by all of this is just taking care of yourselves. People are always going to be promoting things that might be good in a very acute part of your life. Maybe this will benefit your gains in the gym, or benefit your ability to run well, or benefit your finances. But something like benefiting energy, there's not really a big thing to sell there. It's just kind of taking care of your body with, good sleep, good diet, good training, good hydration, just like basic pillars, right? And I think the key here is you've got to start assessing things that you do. Are they benefiting your energy, or are they being negative for your energy, right? There's that quote from Elon Musk, right? He's like, will this get us closer to the moon? When you boil it down to a simple question, it's very easy to understand what things are actually going to, answer that question, right? If your goal is to have more energy all the time, for the reasons we talked about just before, you're going to start thinking like, okay, for example, I just got my notes here. Let's say all your mates are going out drinking. Okay, what's drinking going to do? Well, we all know it's going to make you feel like trash the next day. As an aside, I find enjoyment with things like that. Enjoyment is very zero sum, and what I mean by that is if you get a bit of a high out of it, there's a low coming. And with alcohol, that is just so obvious, right? Maybe you have some fun. Probably could have had fun without drinking, and then you feel like trash the next day. Your energy levels are like at a 1 out of 10, right? It's like we know that going in. I find it so strange with alcohol. It's like, and things just like partying or anything like that, right? You wouldn't eat. Okay, I'll explain this first, and then you'll kind of get what I mean. Let's take fast food, McDonald's. You eat it, you probably feel a little bit sluggish afterward, right? Okay, so now you can kind of look at the McDonald's and think, well, if it's going to make me sluggish, why would I want to eat it? Okay, so that's reasonable, but people are still going to eat it. But if you take, okay, this guy loves peanut butter, but he's allergic to peanuts. He's not going to eat the peanuts, right? Because his body, or for one, he probably won't like it because his body is like, no, that's poison to us. But we just don't see it with other things. So we got to just engage our brain and actually think, like, am I being honest with myself here? Is this actually going to benefit me, or is it just going to make me feel bad? So boiling things down and just assessing, is this going to be good or bad for my energy levels? So usually these things are going to be not in the short term. Usually short-term things you can only do, maybe like caffeine or maybe some exercise, but you want to be thinking the next day, right? It's like, okay, I'm at home, it's 10 o'clock, I got to be up somewhat early, I could, game for an hour, or you could just go to bed. You know, what's going to be better for your energy levels? And once you can start thinking about that and just assessing your lifestyle, that's when you see these, you know, a bump up in energy. And if you do that for an extended period of time, that's when you're really going to stack that momentum, which is beautiful, right? That's exactly what we want. Because when that momentum gets spinning, you just feel better and better and better, and your just position in life improves, right? So you're feeling better, you're improving. It's pretty much that simple. Another point is you want to cut out, first of all, those activities that we talked about, but people don't cut out people that easily just because there's usually some emotion tied to it. But like, you'll hear people complaining all the time. It's like, oh, this person who they're, you know, associated with in whatever way, oh, they did this, that, and the other, I can't believe it. It's like, just cut it out, dude. Like, what is that good? what is that providing you, that person, right? You know, you could make the argument that positivity and energy are very closely linked, right? If you're just negative all the time and you're surrounding yourself with people that are making you feel negative, that's just going to kill your energy levels. So it's like, just get rid of it. You'd rather be alone and in your own little echo chamber of almost delusional positivity, because it's like bringing you energy levels to actually tackle the things you want to tackle. So like, you just got to assess those things, right? Because if we go back to that positive feedback loop with effort and progression and energy levels, effort feels good when you're actually energized, right? So how are you supposed to push forward and put effort into the things that matter if your energy levels are low? It's really that simple. So that's the video for today. Let me know your thoughts below. This is a little bit different, but man, I think this sort of thing is more important than what I could provide as far as like diet and training. Like, if your energy levels suck and you're not doing anything about it, nothing else really matters, as we said before. But let me know what you thought about this. I will see you in the next one.